Welcome home, Eberechi Eze. Oh God. Eberechi Eze has signed for the Arsenal. If you're new around here, make sure you like and subscribe. But let's talk about Eze. This is all about Eze. For so long, for so long, I've been watching Eze play. I've been watching Eze play since he was at QPR and then he went to Palace. For the last 4 or 5 years, I've been watching Eze play. And I'm like, this boy is a talent. And he would fit seamlessly in the Arsenal team, most especially in the last 2 to 3 years, especially last year. As you guys know, he scored against us last season. And I was just like, why do we not have this guy in our squad? Especially when we had all those injuries and Odegaard wasn't playing well. And we just kept drawing games against team playing low blocks against us. And you're like, wow, but he's finally here. Let's take it back a step because I made a video, whether it was on my TikTok, on YouTube, a couple of weeks ago, maybe like just over a week ago, before the news broke that he was actually coming to Arsenal. I was like, you know what? I was kind of like, I gave up. I said, you know what? Eze is going to Spurs. And I'm sure a lot of us gave up, but a lot of us still had a little bit of hope and said, but it's not all done yet and it can still happen. Spurs was practically like one step away from signing Eberechi Eze. They'd agreed a deal with Palace. They'd agreed terms, apparently personal terms with Eze, but they just couldn't get it over the line. And I heard and I read also, Eberechi Eze himself gave Arteta a phone call and said, listen, are you sure you don't want me at Arsenal? Because I want to come. And you know my heart is at Arsenal. Are you really sure? And the speculations to suggest that the reason why Arsenal eventually went for Eberechi Eze was because of the injury to Kai Havertz. We would never know, but that's the rumor. But was that real? The true reason? Because let's be honest, Arsenal have been linked with Eze all summer. But then when we obviously extended the contract of Ethan Wanyeri, and then you had Max Dowman there, and everyone's like, oh, is he going to stop the growth of Wanyeri and Max Dowman? Considering Max Dowman is only 15. At the time of recording this, he's only played one Premier League game for the Arsenal. And I was just like, but you need strength in depth. A lot of us fans have been talking and crying out for many years. We need strength in depth. And if that means we're sharing the minutes across the team, across the field, across games, so be it. We've got Champions League coming up, got FA Cup, got Carabao Cup, got the Premier League. So there's going to be so many games. And it's going to be, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but there's going to be injuries. We've got some already at the time of recording this. So I was like, and then the news broke. David Ornstein broke the news. The bomb basically said Arsenal are going in for Eze. And what I loved is how quickly this was done. Quickly, quick. It was like the news broke, I believe it was on a Tuesday or Wednesday. By Friday, he'd done his medical. By Saturday, he was an Arsenal player, announced at the Emirates. Easy, done. Just like that. And I was just like, this is probably one of the best signings of the summer window. No one in their right mind, if you're an Arsenal fan or even a normal football fan outside of Arsenal, would have thought Arsenal would have made so many signings this summer transfer window, even though we've been calling out for it. But nobody knew. And just watching the introduction video, oh my God. Just before I started recording this, I was watching a video of the behind the scenes, right? And if you see the genuine love, smile, the happiness on Eze's face, it's like, you know, when your dream come true and you just can't believe it. That's how he felt. He was so happy. He was so proud. It was like he was so speechless. He arrived at the training ground and when he put on the training kit, it was just like, oh my God. Then he saw his kit with the number 10 and his name on the back, and he's like, oh. And I was just like, And even Josh Kroenke was there when he was doing all the pictures and the media work. And then when he went to record the introduction video, and the legend himself, Ian Wright, was there. And it was so fitting that Ian Wright was the one that conducted that interview for Eze, because it was so natural and so overwhelming, and it was so relatable in so many different ways. Both of them coming from Crystal Palace to join the Arsenal, both of them from South London. And Eberechi, we know he's got Arsenal in his heart. And he said it in the video. I watched it, and he said he's been auditioning for the Arsenal for the past 4 years. And I said it. I've said it so many times to friends, and I was like, this guy, every time we come to the Emirates, he's playing his heart out. It was the same thing with Declan Rice. The year before we signed Declan Rice, I remember we played West Ham, and I think we drew when we thought it was a handball, when I think Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. And I was like, Declan Rice is his audition for Arsenal. And this following summer we signed him. Same thing with Eze. This, for me personally, has to be one of the best transfer windows I have ever witnessed as an Arsenal fan. Eze. And to top it up with Eze, because let's be honest, so many weeks ago we kept, like, sort of, was it Eze? Who wants Eze? Who wants Rodrigo? And I've been saying it. Go back and watch all my videos, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on TikTok. I've been saying it for many weeks. Give me Eberechi Eze. And when the news broke, I was, I don't even know the word to you. I was flabbergasted, because the happiness, the joy in my body, even up until now, I was so happy, right? On the Thursday when the news broke. And on the Friday, I went over to the armory. I tried to get the Eze number 10 shirt, and apparently they said they weren't allowed to print Eze's shirt until it was made official. And luckily, let's be honest, they've now obviously printing the name for free. So it kind of worked out. But yeah, I'm so happy that we managed to get this transfer over the line. It's one transfer I've wanted all summer. And the joyness, this guy's brought so much joy to the Arsenal fan base this summer is unreal. And I don't think I found a one Arsenal fan in the fan base that's against this signing. Everyone has wanted this signing. And I think it kind of overrides and overshadows the signing of Zubimendi, because I actually don't think that Zubimendi got the praise that he deserved, because I think it got overshadowed of the fact that we knew we were signing him from January, and also with the whole striking and the Gyökeres thing that kind of dragged a little bit. But what I loved is the fact that this signing did not drag. This signing did not drag. Arsenal knew what they wanted. They went for it. Eberechi said, I'm coming to the Arsenal. And the fact that he's an Arsenal player is unreal. And I just can't wait to see him in an Arsenal shirt playing for the Arsenal, especially at Anfield. Because let's be honest, he's going to play at Anfield. We've got a couple of injuries. I'll probably pick up on that in another video, but we've got a couple of injuries. Yeah, I'm just, honestly, this is my welcome video. I know it's a bit delayed, and that's the reason why I couldn't do my live watch along over the weekend. I apologize in regards to that. Obviously, things happened and you just have to ride with it, but I'm back. And saying that, just make sure you watch out for my match preview for the Liverpool game this coming weekend. Sunday, Arsenal take on Liverpool at Anfield. It's 4:30 p.m. kickoff UK time. I'll be doing my match preview in regards to that. But yeah, I'm just so happy that we got Eze, and definitely I'm sure Eze is going to be playing in that game, because there's some, touch and go with Odegaard. So if Odegaard doesn't start, Eberechi Eze is going to start. Let's be honest. So yeah, I'm so happy that we got this guy, and the fact that he chose to come to us rather than those people down the road. It's Yeah, and apparently we're going to be hijacking another player from Spurs coming shortly. So watch the space. Arsenal are not done yet. Watch the space. Eberechi Eze, welcome back to the Arsenal, and welcome home. Love you, man.